Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel MBA Mohit Sharma. Today I am going to talk about a very important topic of Lean Six Sigma, which is 5 why analysis. This is also known as why analysis. This is one of the techniques which is used to identify the root cause of a particular problem. In today's video, I will take a simple daily life example to explain 5 why analysis, and then I will show you one of the examples from software industry, how we can use 5 why analysis in software. So let's get started with the video. So friends, today's topic of discussion is 5 why analysis. This is also known as why analysis. What is 5 why analysis? 5 whys is an iterative interrogative technique used to explore the cause and effect relationship underlying a particular problem. Not all problems have a single root cause. If one wishes to uncover multiple root causes, the method must be repeated, asking a different sequence of questions each time. Let us take one example to understand this better. How to identify root cause with the help of 5 whys. So you got caught speeding. First why was asked, why you were speeding. The answer was that I am getting late for work. And the next why was asked, why was you getting late for work? So the answer is I got up late. So this answer, which is to the first why, becomes the question for the next why. Why you got up late? Alarm clock did not work. Why your alarm clock did not work? Because the batteries were flat. Why the batteries were flat? Because I forgot to replace them. This is the final root cause, and now you have to find out the solution to this particular problem. Get an alarm clock that plugs into the mains, or even replace the batteries at set intervals before they run out. While identifying root cause to a particular problem, you may get to the root cause in 5th why, and in some cases you may get that in the 3rd why, or in some cases you may get that in 7th why. But the thumb rule says that 95% of the times you will get it in the 5th why, and that is why this term 5 why analysis is used. Otherwise it is also known as why analysis. If you try and find out the solution to this problem at the 2nd why itself, when the person said he got up late, the solution to that would be you have to get up in time, and that is not actually the root cause of the problem. The root cause of the problem was the batteries which he was not able to replace in the alarm clock, and to reach to that point you have to ask these further 3 whys. In all, the root cause identification to this particular problem happened in 5 whys. Let us see another example from software industry. In a web application software, developer has to create a functionality to upload and download a file. Then the tester has to test it before release. This is the 5 why analysis template that I am using here. The problem can occur at 2 levels. One is at occurrence and the other one is at detection level. Occurrence is when the developer is developing the software, and the detection is when the tester was about to test the software. So this failure can happen at one level or at both the places. Let us do the 5 why analysis at both the instances. At occurrence, the failure is the end user is not able to download the file. He is able to upload but not able to download the file. And when the first why was asked, and the answer is the functionality failure. And why this functionality failure happened? Because while uploading, wrong or non-compliant data entered in the file by the end user. There could be 2 answers to this why. That is why I have 2 rows coming out of here. The first answer to this why is no check in the system before upload. Why there is no check in the system before upload? When we are uploading a wrong or non-compliant data, this feature got missed while developing the software. And why that happened? Because requirements were not clear during development. And the solution to the problem would be clear requirements should be finalized before the project starts. Both team managers, the one who is giving the requirement and the one who is taking the requirement, should sign on the requirement documents. Second answer to this why, that why there is wrong or non-compliant data is uploaded, because user is not aware that what kind of data needs to be uploaded on this software. And why he is not aware? Because there is no proper training given to the end user. And solution to this problem would be prepare and execute proper training plan before the launch of a new product or software. So friends, your problem could have 2 or more than 2 root causes. So you should always try and approach your problem in the way I have explained it to you, you will be able to identify all the root causes to that particular problem. Otherwise, 5-why analysis has a constraint. It can only work out for single root cause to a particular problem. But if you follow this approach which I have shown you right now, you will be able to do that for multiple root causes. Also understand the 5-why analysis at detection. Tester was supposed to test and detect this problem, but the tester was also not able to detect it. Failure remains the same, that end user not able to download the file. Why? Because no proper testing was done for this failure. And why this happened was because requirements were not clear with the tester. And why the requirements were not clear? Because requirement analysis was not done properly. And why the requirement analysis was not done properly? Because there was a time constraint with the tester. And the high volume of feature testing was required in that particular time. Solution to this particular problem was identified at Y4 only. So what we are proposing here is that plan and forecast well for future projects. Try to maximize testing via automation. So friends, I hope by now you would have understood what is 5-why analysis and how it can be used in software industry. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.